It emerged during the early hours of the afternoon. A giant black cloud, the product of yet another incident in the Campo industrial zone, visible from as far as Ceuta. With the dark harbinger came the smell. Although the winds were veering the cloud away from the rock, the strong odor of chemicals were noticeable by anyone out and about on the west side of Gibraltar. The flames of panic spread on social media as concerns were widely expressed about whether the cloud could be harmful. In Guadarranque, the towns immediately surrounding the fire, members of the public were advised to stay away from the zone if possible. The first information came from Cepsa, who was quick to dispel any notion that the smoke came from the refinery or any of its properties. It was shortly after that Indoramas Ventures Quimicas, a plastics manufacturer, released a statement saying it had activated its emergency plan and was working with firefighters to bring the fire under control. In its press release, the company assured that the smoke was not toxic. In Gibraltar, the Civil Contingencies Committee met to discuss the possible impact on air quality. But as the afternoon wore on, the government moved to assure the public that winds were moving the worst effects of the cloud away from the rock. In any case, it said, it had no reason to believe the smoke was toxic. It's possible, likely even, that members of the public will be skeptical about assurances given by chemical companies as to the toxic or non-toxic nature of the smoke, and that's perhaps understandable, but in any case it does appear as if the worst is now over. The giant cloud of smoke that we saw on the horizon earlier today has now dissipated into the atmosphere. There's still a little bit of smog behind me just hanging there, but because of the favorable meteorological conditions, it's blowing away from Gibraltar. That could, of course, change because of the variability of sea breezes, but the Civil Contingency Committee is keeping a very close eye on things and will update the public accordingly. Indorama is one of the world's biggest producers of intermediate petrochemicals. It bought this plant from Cepsa in 2016 and manufactures plastic products and their precursors. These goods, although they can be described as irritants, are not classified as toxic based on available information. But there are wider issues here. As the flames die down and the ashes settle, investigations are almost a certainty. Already environmental groups have moved to condemn this latest incident. In the coming days, there will be a lot of questions asked and answers demanded.